Hi friends, hi, this is Ganesh Naik. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version of themselves. And I also help students who are going to be appearing for CFA and FRM exam to help them to clear their exam in the first attempt. Now, I'm just a short video for a lot of students who could not clear their exam in the for level 1 exam in the May 2022 attempt. Okay, I feel what were the top reasons why they could not clear the exam. Okay, the first reason being a lot of students they could not manage their time in the exam paper properly. Okay, they were not able to complete say around 100 questions in that 4 hours. I know 100 completing entirely 100 question is not primarily possible for every student, but a lot of students who failed the exam, as per my discussion with them, okay, they were able to complete say 85 or 80 those kind of questions. Okay, and because of which they had to just take the last 15-20 question without even having the time to go through those questions in detail. So this was the first and very big reason I think a lot of people they failed in this exam. The second biggest reason which what I realized, okay, is that a lot of people they panicked during the exam because they were expecting a certain type of question, okay, and they saw theory being heavy and theory was also slightly tricky. Okay, so they were not, they basically lost the confidence while looking at the questions. Okay, and they panicked, and because of which it basically impacted the other questions which they knew and they could have given right answer. They were not able to do it properly. Okay, but for those my friends, this exam pattern is such that it is basically going to test your ability to take decisions in the exam. Okay, you might not know the question properly, you might not be able to choose the answer properly, but how do you eliminate the option, how do you reread the question and try to reach towards the right answer? That is what is required, because it is not expected that you will get every question right in the exam. Okay, that is not the requirement. You just need to have 55 to 60 good answers or proper answer across the book to clear the exam. Okay, a lot of students who could not clear the exam, one of the reasons was also they ignored a particular book. Okay, so while they were preparing, for example, they focused on book 3 heavily, they focused on book 2 heavily family, but they ignored book 1. Okay, and I've seen a lot of students did that. Okay, book 1 they underestimated it because they assumed that book 1 is more theory, we would be able to read it at the end, we will be able to do it. So they did not put that much amount of time, okay, preparing for that book. And especially in that book also there were like two or three theory chapter like enterprise risk management, principles of risk data aggregation. When I was talking to students, they were telling that they did not expect a slightly tricky question coming from that chapter, and because of which their quartile in book 1 came in book third quartile or fourth quartile. Okay, so this was one of the reasons that they kind of underestimated the particular book. The next biggest reason I realized is that a lot of students, when they had a particular question bank for their preparation, okay, they were not able to fully utilize that question bank, which basically means they did not solve the question bank for all the chapters. Okay, they did not solve the sectional test. Okay, they did not solve mock papers properly. Primarily, the question bank solving was lacking. Okay, and some of the students, when I spoke to them, they were able to solve question bank for book 3 or book 4, and they left the other two books because they did not get time, okay, to prepare for those questions because of their office, because of other commitment. So obviously if you're not able to solve question bank properly before the exam, now that will lead to a failure in your exam. Okay, so as a student, okay, you have to be conscious of the fact that please make sure whatever question bank you're referring to, make sure that you complete those question banks properly. Okay, and the final reason what I felt a lot of students were not able to do properly is that even though they were able to solve questions properly, even when they were practicing, even though they were able to solve the mock papers properly, they were not able to learn from their mistakes, which basically means suppose they solved a mock paper and they scored say 60, the rest 40 question, okay, they got wrong. So ideally a student is expected to work on those 40 questions, those 40 concepts, and make sure that those concepts are not getting wrong in their other attempts. Also, as a student, you should also understand that wherever you are making a calculated guess, wherever you are just guessing the answer when you're doing the mock papers, okay, you have to make sure that when you come back to those questions, and try to understand why I was not able to solve a particular question. What was the lacking in terms of the understanding? Okay, so a lot of students, they didn't do it. They were just solving question bank, or they were just solving the mock paper only for the sake of completion. Okay, that resulted in a situation where they were not able to learn from mistakes. Whatever they knew for the exam day, but whatever they were lacking, they were not able to work because of the question solving, or because of the mock papers they were supposed to do. That led to a failure of a lot of students. Okay, so this has been my understanding while talking to students over the last few days. Okay, and I hope this video is helpful for you. Whatever your feedback, please put it on the comment section. Okay, if you want me to make a video on a particular topic, okay, addressing a concern for FRM and CFA students, please put it on the comment section. We will try to create a video as soon as possible. Okay, thank you very much.